Hello and welcome back to another episode of More Than Friends. My name is Tashi, and with today's episode, I actually wanted to tell you the importance of creating comfort with a girl whenever you're doing approaches out in real life. I wanted to show you how to raise your chances of actually getting her number. I wanted to show you how important it is with the approach style to actually make that happen. I want to help you get those hotties. So to help with today's approach technique and style, I wanted to talk about an approach that happened to me recently, and it was this well-known comedian. And I get it that comedians are a master at what they do. They are literally professionals at improv. Also, if you're looking for tips to actually be a lot wittier in conversation, take an improv class. It helps so much. I've seen guys that are very socially awkward and don't know what to do in conversation. They can be great when it comes to business or pitch meetings or anything like that, but then when it comes to talking to a girl and their confidence with a girl, they were socially awkward or in social situations. So I will tell you, it will help you in every area of your life taking an improv class. Just talking to people, you won't be so worried about saying things wrong, because a lot of the time the reason why people fail in interactions with people is because they're worried about what they're saying. And when you're not in a flow state, and that's what the improv helps you, is getting into that flow state. Back to the comedian that approached me out. What I loved about his approach, and this is what I tell guys all the time, talk to girls like how you would talk to any person out in everyday life. So what I mean by that is treat them like a normal person. Don't come up to them and maybe say how gorgeous they are right away, or flirt with them right away. Because what it does for a woman is it puts her kind of she's worried, because you have to remember, women are always worried about their safety. So when a stranger is approaching them out in the world, they're oh, they have to figure out is this person safe? Should I be talking to them? Are they creepy or whatever? So when you come up flirting right away, what you're making a girl think about is oh, okay, he could be weird, he just wants to sleep with me, or things like that. So they're kind of on guard. They're they don't even know you yet, and they have to decide within a few seconds if they like you or not, because you're coming at them hot. So what's good about just treating them like they're any other person that you would talk to in everyday life, it helps a girl get comfortable with you first, because you need to create comfort before you try to get her number or flirt with her. So that's the rule. Comfort, then you can sexually escalate. So the comedian, what he did, and that's what I love, and yes, I get that he's a master, so he was really good at being funny right away. He came up, we were at a very hot club, hot as in it was very hot in there, very warm in there, and we stepped outside because it was so hot, and we were just outside getting a breather, and we were just looking around is anyone enjoying this, because it was supposed to be a cool place to go to, and we're just burning up. And so he was just making jokes on how hot it was in there. And what I liked about it is he just came up to me and started talking to me like we were already friends. He was oh my God, it's so hot in there. And then he said some witty joke and then got me laughing. And then I was just yeah, it is freaking hot. Why would they even why would they jam pack that many people into this tiny little space? So we're just making conversation about an observation that we had together. We were both going through a similar situation, and we were talking about how ridiculous it was. But he just treated me like I was a normal person. But it was cool because in my head, because I remember the experience so well, he came up to me and I was oh, stranger coming up and talking to me. And I was just this is awkward. But because he talked to me as if we were already friends, I was Natasha, why are you being weird? He's being so friendly. It's fine. You can talk to him. He's fine. He's safe. And in that split second, then I was oh, and then I reacted and was you're right. It is. And I made conversation, and I got comfortable with him so quickly. It was my guard just went down. I was oh, he's not a threat. I can talk to him. That's what's going on in a girl's mind. A part of her will be why am I even being weird? He's being friendly. Even if she's not say she's not totally physically attracted to you or whatever it is, maybe she doesn't end up liking you in that way. It lowers your chances of rejection because you get to kind of feel her out. You get to test, is she engaging back and forth in a conversation? Is she interested in me? You can feel her out first before you have to just put yourself out there and be can I get your number, or can I take you to drinks? When you do that too soon, you're running the risk of actually getting rejected more because you didn't create that comfort with her. The best way to approach women is you talk to them like you would any other person when you're out. So if you need to practice on strangers. Get comfortable making polite conversation with people everywhere you go. I, as a formerly shy person, had to do this. I would force myself at any time I was alone in an elevator with someone, whenever I'm talking to a waiter, and especially service people, they have to talk to you back so you're not going to get rejected. So practice on other people first, so then when you actually talk to someone you really are interested in, you put in so much practice, you're not going to be intimidated. You're going to be more on your feet because you've done this a million times. You're good. And I hope you meet that hottie. Go talk to girls in real life. Let's not just waste time on social media or talking to girls online. Let's go meet them out in the real world. You don't understand how low the bar is. People are not approaching in real life anymore. You are gonna stand out over 90% of men because you are doing something that other men are not fucking doing. You are doing it in a way that other men are not doing it. Because the only reason why girls ever say oh, a creepy guy approached me or things like that, it's because the only guys that are approaching, that are being creepy, they're doing it in a way where they're just coming up and flirting with her right away, or talking about her assets or things like that. So yeah, the girl's gonna feel like it was weird. But if you come up and you made friendly conversation, she's like, damn, who are you? Any guy that's approached me, I remember most of the ones that were so good because I'm just this doesn't happen often because men are just not doing this. So you will stand out over so many guys and you'll have options of girls to talk to instead of just a small pool of people that you're trying to find on a dating app, hoping they'll reply or whatever. You have so many more options. The world is your fucking oyster. So get out there, meet some hotties. And if you want to talk to me more one-on-one, my account is Tashie, TASHIE, the number 999. And that's where you can talk to me more one-on-one and we can really get to know each other on a personal level. And I will be having more episodes on dating advice for daddies coming soon. So tune in next week. Thank you so much for joining me and I hope I helped you today. Love you.